Reinette Klever. Over wat u tot nu toe heeft gedaan en wat u nog van plan bent. 9 maanden geleden stond u met deze ministersploeg op het bordes.
Reinette Klever is de beoogd minister voor Buitenlandse Handel en Ontwikkelingshulp.
Dat verklaar en beloof ik.
Het kabinet onderzoekt de mogelijkheid om uitgeprocedeerde asielzoekers naar Uganda te sturen.
Met Uganda hebben we een goede relatie.
No, we did not talk about that. We did not.
Maakte Klever al bekend dat ze 2,4 miljard euro wil bezuinigen. Ontwikkelingshulp moet voortaan alleen nog maar in het belang zijn van Nederland.
Schaamt de minister zich niet voor dit PVV-afbraak?
Juist tegen die genitale verminking. Juist ook middelen om vrouwelijke ondernemers te helpen. Juist ook middelen om vrouwen weer te helpen. Vrouwen en mensenrechtenverdedigers bijvoorbeeld. Daar komt zeker budget voor.
We vroeger hadden we het vaak over de dominee en de koopman. Mag ik concluderen dat de dominee voorlopig eventjes gevraagd is om in een ander kamertje te gaan zitten en dat het vooral koopman is nu die het beleid gaat bepalen? Gewoon...
Wat belangrijk is dat Nederlands belang voorop komt te staan. En dat is aan de ene kant economie en handel. Aan de andere kant is dat natuurlijk ook veiligheid en stabiliteit. Hè? Want hoe minder onrust er is, hoe minder migratie er komt. En thema nummer 3 is migratie ook.
Precies, maar dan zou je kunnen zeggen, hoe meer geld
zaken
je daarheen stuurt, zodat mensen het daar goed hebben, hoe minder ze deze kant op komen.
Daarom focus ik ook op die 3 thema's. En daarnaast blijven ook humanitaire hulp. Hè. Dat is gewoon zonder enig eigenbelang. Dat is gewoon echt voor de allerarmsten in de wereld. Humanitaire hulp blijven we ook doen. Maar alles eromheen, dat gaan we niet meer doen.
Oké, glashelder.
excites me is to work on scientific challenges that are connected to actual problems in the real world. The negative emission technology program at the University of Twente aims at catching CO2 from the atmosphere, but also at point sources that still exist. And we will do that by using technology, new technologies, but also by using biological means. For this you can use natural means, like biomass, or reactions of CO2 with rocks, but you can also use technology that aims at catching the CO2 directly from the atmosphere and then getting it in a higher concentration. After that, of course, you need to do something with that. We can convert this to carbonates, that is essentially the same thing as reacting with rocks, but then you want to do something with it, so also part of the program is to find applications of the materials that you make. The other way is to convert the carbon dioxide to carbon, elemental carbon. Of course, that also you could put back in the ground. You make kind of natural coal again. It would be much better, of course, if we also there could find good applications for that carbon, for instance, construction applications. Well, we are building a large network at the moment with large companies and small companies, as well as research institutes. And that is very important because in order to make this work and to get to real applications on large scale, we need those partners, because at the university we are working, let's say, more on the fundamental side of things. My dream is that we can really contribute to solve this very complex problem that has no solution yet. And I hope that our excellent science, together with our partners, can really help in solving this problem.
With the great potential biochar holds in Namibia, it is not surprising everyone is excited about biochar.
I think currently nothing more excites me than biochar. One Christmas, and it was essentially during December, on Christmas Eve, and that was in 2011. I sat in bed and thought to myself, if only 1,000 people who went to bed hungry yesterday could essentially have a meal today on Christmas Eve, I would be much happy. And that is still a dream that I would like to see being brought forward, and that comes into terms of food security. Biochar not only speaks to lowering the cost of irrigation or fertilizer, it enables us, if we can lower this cost, it enables the farmer to produce more on the little resources that we have, and also facing this climate variation. Okay? And I think we are one of the countries that has been severely affected, and it shouldn't limit us in producing food if we can add biochar to our soils. So that is where my passion comes from. In the end, it's about food security for the country, but then the added bonus is also about putting carbon into the soil, locking it in, and essentially contributing to reducing carbon emissions into the soil. Biochar is an investment into the future.
Microbes, they are life in soil, and they are the reason because plants grow effectively. Without plants, you don't have soil, and without soil, you don't have plants. And that is where the microbes fit in. The importance of microbes is so enormous. I would wish that everyone would start with soil before planting something, to eventually give the plant the nutrients that it needs. With the photosynthesis process, sugars are given off through the roots to the microbes, and for them that is food. If the root gives them food,